We have collected $164 today selling options, and we have purchased even more income-generating assets. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and this is my income-generating account where my goal is to continue to generate income every single week through selling cash-secured puts, covered calls, credit spreads, and finally collecting dividends from high yielders. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into first what we purchased today. Then we'll talk about the money we have collected and how we collected it. So first things first, my favorite dividend yielders. We're going to get down past all of our option selling. Always remember, guys, my trades are my opinions. They should never be taken as financial advice. I love selling options. I think it's the best way to generate income. And you can kind of see I have a fondness for it. So let's get past all of these down to the stocks we actually own. I don't own that many. But let's take a look at first CRF, one of the two Cornerstone funds we have in the account. We have CLM and CRF. By the end of 2026, my goal is to own at least 3,000 shares of each. I just purchased another 100 shares today of this Cornerstone fund, CRF. Here is my purchase, 100 shares at $7.78. That makes my cost average $7.99. I have a dividend of $116 expected to hit this account from this Cornerstone fund this week. I probably won't buy any of the CLM funds yet this week. I should keep them together, but you know what? I want to get them both to 3,000 shares, so it'll kind of just vary how we do it. I have $97 going to hit this account this week from CLM. Next month, I'll get significantly more because at the time of the ex-dividend announcement, I only owned 800 shares. I now, as you can see, have 1,100 shares. So I've increased by 300 shares by since that ex-dividend date. And I have no doubt that by next month's ex-dividend date, I will have, probably 1,300 shares. So we'll be sitting pretty, and we're going to get an even larger payout from the Cornerstone funds. PDI, I have not purchased any yet, but I need to. I want to get this to 1,000 shares here soon. By the end of February 2026, I'd like to have 1,000 shares of PDI. I did not purchase any yet today. I've said it pretty much every video. Pimco Dynamics is my favorite income generating fund. We got 0.22056 pretty much every month, so I love it. My cost average is $17.74. I own this fund in multiple portfolios. Average cost around $18. So anytime it's under 18, I'm trying to purchase. I have not purchased any today. It does not mean we will not purchase any yet this week. I just have been using cash in other places. Next purchase of the day, 100 shares of COYY. My goal is to get this to 500 shares and then get a nice, $100 every week almost in distributions from them. And we currently have, 400 total shares. We have a dividend going to hit this account tomorrow. Yep, $78. I will probably just reinvest it into here to get myself another 6, 7, 8 shares, whatever it is. And we'll get closer and closer to our 500 share goal total. And then we'll start dripping these distributions into another income generating fund. Keep your eyes open. I'll definitely talk to the premium generals first, what I'm going to start dripping it into, because we'll be at 500 shares before you know it of here. Next purchase, TSYY. We have $132 going to hit the account tomorrow from here. I'll add more shares of it from this distribution. But I did buy some today, and that's from my income premium. I sell options to generate income. I took that income and invested it into TSYY. As you can see here, I collected that 160 some bucks and put it right into TSYY today. Buying all those new shares, we now have 850 shares, cost average of $7.42. I don't know if I expect this to get back above 7 or just kind of float around there. But if it could stay above 6 and I can collect a weekly paycheck from them once I hit 1,000 shares, which again, I'm already at 859, and we'll get another 30 or 20 some shares here tomorrow with the distribution. So it's going to get us closer and closer to that 1,000 share goal total. And then we'll start dripping this distribution into other funds, similar to what I'm doing with YBIT. My goal was to get 500 shares. I have been taking the weekly distribution, a nice little, $38, $37 every week, and then putting them into other funds. And I'm doing that with ULTY as well. I have 505 shares of this, and I just take these weekly distributions. What was the last one? Like 30 some bucks? $32. Yep, just take those distributions and put them into other income generating funds until we have a huge war chest of income paying funds. So when it comes to making purchases, we do have a ton of purchasing power, and I am going to start to use more of it, get a little bit more aggressive, but I want to be careful what I get aggressive in. I don't want to use margin in any of the Round Hill, Yield Max, Yield Boost, Granite shares, none of those. I don't. Just personal opinion. I would use margin in selling puts or in CLM, CRF, or PDI. I don't want to use any of the margin in the high-yielding funds. I know people do that to generate income faster, but my experience is with these type of buy right funds, they're just, the distributions are not going to keep up with the share price depreciation, especially when we're not in a bull market, which means your margin maintenance is going to increase and you're going to lose buying power and you're just not going to be able to purchase more income generating assets. So that's kind of my thoughts on margin utilization. But so that's what we purchased. Now let's go over to our trade history. Always full transparency. Want to show you what we've collected today from selling. But before I do that, I want to give a quick shout out to the beautiful Premium Generals. It's a private group where I post exclusive content such as educational videos on how to sell cash secured puts, how to sell covered calls, how to do credit spreads, how to do debit spreads, as well as private portfolio updates. Any changes I'm making in the account, every trade that I make, when I make it, I post in here. I have like 70 videos I post in here 4 to 6 days a week. Like I said, private portfolio updates, any changes I am making to the account. And there's a ton of videos in here, guys. I also have posts and polls and things like that. So I think there's a lot of great information. It's $10, and you get to see your beautiful face and name in every single one of my videos. So would love to have you. Come check it out, $10, and might learn something, get to be in some videos, and have some fun. So also, I do have a Fiverr. I will put that link in the description below. That's for a little bit more one-on-one, in-depth option selling. And then finally, on top of that, guys, if you would help me out, subscribe to the channel, leave a like. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We are on that journey, and we are growing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And with that being said, let's get back into the video. Okay, back here in the trade history, as always, full transparency. I just want to go quickly over what we did today. We sold a cash secured put on ACHR at the $7 strike. The strike price is the price you're agreeing to buy it for. In this example, $7. Every option contract is 100 shares, so we sold 2 puts, which means we're agreeing to buy 200 shares of ACHR for $7. Expiration date is 12/19. We got paid $80 just to agree to do this. The next thing you'll see is RIG, short put roll. Every time you sell a put, you select an expiration date. Well, when that expiration date is approaching, sometimes I like to roll them out another month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, however far I'd like to get paid another credit. I'm still agreeing to buy it. I haven't changed any facet about it other than my expiration. So right there's $130 we collected just agreeing to buy or rolling positions that we already were agreeing to buy. And then finally, we collected another $34 on SABR, the $1.50 covered call. That means we're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. In this example, we got assigned, and that means we purchased 200 shares. Rather than just sell them, I'm agreeing to sell them for an agreed upon price, $1.50. I got paid $34 to agree to do so, which is a nice credit hitting the account. We used all three of these credits combined, $164 to buy more TSYY. So we're using income to buy more income. That is my favorite way to grow an account income-wise, using multiple income-generating opportunities to purchase even more. So that's what we've done. We're on our way, guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you that are a part of this journey as we try to get closer and closer to that $1 million challenge in this account. So, again, with that being said, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next